Hey, oh, Splinter Snaker here. With a... Huh? Oh, wait, it's down there. With another figure review. Today, we have got... Playing on your YouTube. Marvel Legends Infinite Series. Guardians of the Galaxy. Groot Wave. Rocket Raccoon. Boom, baby! This was the last member of the Guardians of the Galaxy of the entire wave that I picked up, and I showed you a couple of sneaky peeks of this guy in a couple of videos back. Of course, I had to wait till I got him before I could even start these reviews because I needed him to complete my Groot. And my god, what a mission it was to get hold of this guy. I really don't know why people are charging so much for this figure. I think people are playing because, unfortunately, you do get the... build a figure part with Rocket, and it is probably the most important part, as it is the upper torso which comes with the head. But it's frustrating. This guy cost me £28, I think it was, or £27 off of eBay. That is the most I think I've paid for a single figure in a long time, especially a Marvel Legend, and for such a tiny Marvel Legend, who's quite frankly probably the worst Marvel Legend that I've received and got in a long time. So was not happy paying that price, but you know, unfortunately I had to do so if I wanted to complete my Groot, and I did definitely want to complete my Groot. So what do we think of the character stroke actor in the movie? Firstly, Bradley Cooper, who portrayed Rocket's voice in that movie, did an amazing job. I loved pretty much every scene with him in it. I was blown away, actually, by that portrayal. And yeah, I just think he did an absolutely amazing job. Stunning, really funny, great attitude, great portrayal of Rocket. What do we think of the actual character in the movie? Again, yeah, really good. I think he had a great sense of humour. Great personality, very aggressive, very kind of on your back kind of attitude, and did an amazing job Marvel did an amazing job of actually portraying this character. I love that movie. Like I said in my previous videos, I've seen that movie about 4 or 5 times, 4 times, and I want to watch it again. I've just enjoyed it so many times. I just enjoyed it so much. What do we think of this figure? God awful. So bad. Definitely, without even hesitating, the worst in the series. He does come with some cool things, but unfortunately the figure itself just is terrible. It's just absolutely terrible. Let's have a closer look at his accessories. Let's go over. It comes with a total of 3 accessories. You get his big old gun here, which is actually pretty good. The rocket launcher, which is used in the movie. And then, of course, the Groot piece. As I've said in my previous videos, I'm not going to be going over this now, as I'll be doing it in my other review of Groot. So stay tuned for that. Bye-bye. Let's have a closer look at the figure and his accessories. Okay, so as you can see, he comes with this massive gun, and it really is massive. If I stand Rocket next to it, you can see it's almost the same height as him. And it's really nicely done, actually. It's got some great details, and it does actually have 2 different colours in there, although it's not very easy to see. There's kind of like a bit of brown, like going under there. I think I've just given it a bit of a dry brush in there to give it a bit of highlighting. But it is actually really nicely sculpted. I think it's comprised of a few parts. I want to say maybe, I can see at least 2, maybe 3. See from here, the scope and this kind of guard here is all one piece, and that just clips in just there, as you can see. I can't take it apart. I don't know if I want to, but it's pretty cool, and I do really like it. A lot of people have complained that they can't get Rocket to hold it because it's got a very small trigger there, And I can understand where they're coming from, but I generally haven't had a problem because I saw straight from other reviews and pictures online. You hook his elbow into that, then you put his hand in the trigger. Good luck trying to get his actual ring finger in the actual trigger hole. And then there's a little slot there, which his other hand will fit into just fine. And then once you line that up with that, he says optimistically, it kind of clips into place, and there you go. He holds it. Although he does hold it and shoot from his left hand. I think that's a bit weird. I would have preferred it the other way around personally. But, you know, whatever. But he does hold it just fine. I haven't tried doing it the other way around because we wouldn't be able to get them fingers or this hand into that slot. You could probably hold... You know what, let's just try it. I've got an idea. So, like I said before, get his arm in there. You're going to have to kind of cup the trigger. You can't obviously get him to hold it. Like that. Like that. And then the only thing you can do here is get him to kind of clip hold of that part there. So you can pretend that because this covers the fingers, it doesn't look bad. So you can get away with that. The other accessory it comes with is this. And this is actually really cool. This is the... I don't want to give any spoilers away, but basically this is a rocket launcher which Star-Lord uses in the movie. That's what I'm really going to say. I won't go into any more detail than that. And this thing is really well done. And it's a nice addition. I wasn't expecting this. And when I first saw it in the packaging, everyone was like, it's a rocket launcher, or it's a jetpack, or it's a little ship or something. No one had a clue really what it was. But it does look very, very cool. Has a slot here for his chest and some like hand guards here for holding, and then of course the rocket comes out at the end there. Some great detail. Just look at this detail and sculpt. It's amazing. I really wish this poly thing would work and it would actually extend, because it does collapse basically from a backpack into this, and I would love them to do a transforming one. That would have blown me away. But you know, it is what it is. I do still think it is an amazing piece to have, and it just looks absolutely epic. You're fundamentally getting three colours in here. You're going to get silver with some black washing throughout, and then kind of this bronzy gold for these parts. Just the sculpt is amazing. I haven't actually tried this, so let's try this together. So it goes this way up, and it goes like that. I imagine you could probably clip this under his shirt if you wanted to give it a bit more of a firmer. Can you? Haven't tried. Let's try. You are seeing this first hand like I am. Yeah, there you go. You get it clipped under his shirt, and you get, or his jacket, and he can hold it a lot more secure. And then you just reach his arms up and get them to hold onto the handles. He says optimistically. They are a slightly pliable plastic, so that's not bad. It does make him very front heavy though, so you kind of need to arch his legs back a bit. Not enough, but there you go. Probably leaning back a bit with this. There you go. Got him leaning back, but he's holding it fine. Oh, he says that optimistically again. It's like when I put one hand on, the other hand wants to come off. Let's try it off the jacket, like that. Or is it that way around? No, that doesn't feel right. The shape of the chest is definitely designed to have it that way up. Could he hold this up himself is the question. See, I haven't actually tried this because although my rocket arrived the other day, my Star-Lord has been in storage ever since I got him because I didn't know how long it was going to take to get a rocket. There you go. that's him holding it, but it's a bit squiff. It does kind of fit better under the jacket, but you are kind of stretching the actual jacket out, and it does look a bit squiff that way. But that's what it looks like, so that's not bad. I don't know if anyone else can really use this. We could try Drax, I guess. That's not bad for his chest. Good luck getting his big old hands in there, though. There you go. That's not bad. I'm not going to bother the other side. If you could do that, you could do the other one as well. So that's not bad. I guess anyone really could use that. That is a nice addition to have. I'm happy that they provided that. What do we think of the sculpt and detail of Rocket Raccoon? The head sculpt is actually pretty well done, and it does look like a raccoon, so that's very well done. I am digging that. The fur, again, well sculpted, and there is some paint differences in there. I don't know how well they're coming over on camera, but there's definitely some highlighting going on in there. His little jumpsuit, really also well done. There's some nice sculpt throughout. Nice wrinkles and pads and panels and things. Everything does look really well done. His tail, it's a bit straight, but it does kind of help to stand the character, as he's not the greatest at standing by him with his little feet. His hands, they're very tiny. I mean, look at that. There's my nail. It's like 1, 2, 3, about 4 times smaller than my nail. This hand is an open one, and his left hand is the trigger one. You could probably bend this into making this a trigger hand as well, with a bit of heating and plying. But all in all, the look of him, I think, is very good to the movie. Okay, articulation. And this, unfortunately, is where Rocket falls short. The head is on a very big ball peg. But even with the size of that big old ball peg even, you only really get a rotation. You can go up that much and down that much. So that gap there is the ply you get. Virtually nothing. So he's kind of forever looking up, which is fair enough. As a smaller character, he's going to be looking up at other people. The neck is actually a separate piece, but it has no articulation in it. Shoulders are on ball discs. They can go around 360 degrees, but you are going to be hindered by his shoulder pad here. And this is a very hard plastic, so you have to go around with it. You can go out that far, and then there is a rotation at the elbow, 360 degrees, and then you can bend in that far is your best, which is about 90 degrees, and then as usual, the further you go around, the less you get. To me, it looks like they left the shading off the rest of the arm, so you can see there's some shading going on here, but then here there's nothing. And that's the same on both arms. That's lazy. The wrist has a cut in it, so it just has a rotation, same on the other side. He has a diaphragm joint, which actually gives you a pretty decent range of motion. You can go back that far and forward that far, side that far, and then of course you can rotate around 360 degrees. His tail is on a hinge, so you can go around 360 degrees, but you kind of have to watch his back a little bit. And like I said, it does help as a prop. That is it. There is nothing in the hips, there is nothing in the knees, there is nothing in the boots, and there is nothing in the ankles. He is half statue. That annoys me. I know why they've kind of done that, so you can get him to clip onto Groot's shoulder. Because you see a lot of pictures where he's kind of like that. But, wrong thing. To me, that's lazy still. I would have definitely preferred articulation, and I will be modding my Rocket to add articulation. I found this picture online, a random stumble, of someone who's actually added full articulation to their legs, and they've really gone to town. Here's a picture of it, and as you can see, it has hip articulation, it has knee articulation, it has ankle articulation, as well as an ankle pivot. That's amazing, and for such tiny things, blown away. My hat comes off to that man or person, whoever did it. I don't know their name, and I'd love to ask them how they've done that, because it looks very natural as well. Me, I've got some of those hobby joints left over, as I showed you in some videos from ages back, so I'm probably going to end up using them to do the best that I can. So, would I recommend this figure? Reluctantly, yes. Only because you really need him to complete your group, and you know, the sculpt is good, the sculpt is there, it's just the articulation is bad. It kills it for me, but you know, he's such a fun character. My nephews and nieces love him and love Groot. They've been asking me forever, have you got a rocket yet? Have you got a rocket yet? Have you got a rocket yet? And I was like, no, don't ask me, I'll tell you when I get one. But you know, he's a fun character, and it's cool to have a figure of the movie version. If I can figure out a simple solution to add in that articulation, and I'll let you guys know. But apart from that, you know, it is what it is. So you just bear that in mind when you go for your own rockets. Just to show you before I finish this review, you do kind of need to use that tail as a prop. His feet flat is like that. And then you could do that, but then holding the gun even far back, he's very back heavy. So just bear that in mind. Oh, sorry, he's very front heavy. Anyway guys, that is my review. If you have enjoyed this video, please drop me a like down below. Please add any comments you'd like to add about this little guy, about the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxies, or the channel, or the movie. I'd love to have a discussion about that. If you'd like to contact me, please contact me via my Facebook. There is a link in the description below. And as per usual guys, keep collecting, stay tuned, and I'll catch you on my next one. Bye bye.